I'm very hands-on learning, and I like that.
I think it's better to learn it with actually trying to do something because when it's just with paper, it's kind of boring.
If I wanted to solve a problem, it kind of motivates me more to learn it and try to solve it so that I have a goal.
They do all the same thing. You learn and stuff. You write down problems and plus building. And I like building things.
As a goal together, we're working on building fundamental math skills and how we can actually apply them so students can see, oh, you know, I can take this knowledge and actually use it. It's valuable information or valuable knowledge. Students that I'm teaching, middle school students, are much different. Their minds are geared differently, they're wired differently. So you have to step down a little bit and bring yourself down to a middle school level and think to yourself, well, what was I like in middle school? What did I understand, or what did I comprehend, or what was important to me? What did I really enjoy doing? And if you can, you know, somehow almost act like a middle school student but still have some maturity, they respond really well to that. You know, trying to keep your personality upbeat, I guess, a little bit and talk about things that interest them. As long as they're being productive, you'll get a great response out of them.
My initial meetings with Kyle, it was introduction. It was how have things been done before, you know, because I'm new to this. What did you like about it? Is there anything you think can be improved? And it's been a continuous dialogue as we go through based on the needs of the kids, seeing what they really need, because some kids are great at one thing and some are great at another and some are awful, and it's just a matter of figuring out what works and what doesn't. And it's an evolving process because there's always going to be different kids at different levels, and we generally have kids who don't understand math in the traditional sense and it doesn't quite click, and we show a project-based way, a way they can see and feel and touch that teaches math skills. I also believe part of what I teach is their own independence, confidence in themselves, reminding them that they know what to do, you know, because they need that reminder, and that just because they don't get it one way, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with them, you know. There's another way to do it, and it's okay.
In a traditional math class, if they don't understand the first concept, the teacher's on to the second one, the teacher's on to the third one. And if the kids don't get it, they either have to come after school or they just don't get it. And here we have the luxury of time. Also, what makes these projects different than science experiments or any other projects that the kids do in other subjects is that things go wrong all the time. And we don't exactly know what's going to happen. Every project's different. Every guitar sounds different. Every boat sails a different way. And the kids will mess it up, and they have to figure out a way to make it right. You can tell that they're engaged because nobody wants to go to the bathroom. Nobody wants to leave. They're here. They're doing their projects. And when it's time to learn a math skill, or when it's time to learn one of the skills, they're learning it because they need to. They're learning it because it's important to the next step in their project. They can't move forward without having that skill. In the beginning of the guitar project, they have to find the center of the box. And if they don't find the center of the box, the guitar's going to look awful silly, and they know that. So they work really hard to get the math right.
Advice for future volunteers is, one, I think, establish a healthy relationship and communication with the teacher. That way you know what's going on, you're up to speed, and you can always bounce things off him because he's the expert generally when it comes to dealing with the kids. And two, just remember the kids are just people too. Like, you know, they're not smaller, they're not like less of a person, they're not dumber, whatever it may be. Like, they're just another person, and if you talk to them just like, hey, you're another person, I'm a person, like, let's talk. That's all you gotta do. There's not a special method, in my opinion, of approaching them other than as a person.